At the beginning of the video, the narrator highlights how surprising young Endrick's performance is, considering that at just 18 years old, he is already winning over both fans and important figures in the football world. The Brazilian footballer, who recently started gaining visibility at Real Madrid, has caught attention for his boldness and maturity on the field. One of the admirers of this promising talent is Thierry Henry, a former French player and true legend in the sport. As the narrator mentions, Henry couldn't hold back his praise for Endrick, emphasizing the impact the young player has already made in such a short time. For Henry, someone with a brilliant career who is widely recognized for his talent and insight, offering such praise is significant. He sees in Endrick something beyond technical ability, noticing intangible qualities like courage and confidence in decisive moments. When Henry commented on Endrick's goal, he was visibly impressed. And with good reason, it was one of those moments when even football veterans stop and admire pure talent. Henry mentioned that he was left speechless by how an 18-year-old managed to score a goal of that magnitude. "It's hard to believe," said the former French player, noting that there are no words to adequately describe Endrick's achievement. For someone like Henry, who has scored numerous iconic goals in his career, this is a big acknowledgement. The Frenchman also reinforced that, to him, Endrick is the great name of this new generation, a title that carries as much weight as it does expectations. Henry's statement about the young Brazilian opens a broader discussion about the role Endrick could play in the future of world football. Historically, players like Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo have dominated conversations about the best in the world, but the new generation is already showing that they can take up that space. Henry's opinion, as one of the greatest players of his generation, carries significant weight, suggesting that Endrick has the potential to become a dominant figure on the international stage, not only for his talent but also for his ability to handle pressure at a club like Real Madrid. Henry did not limit himself to praising Endrick's technical abilities alone. He went further, highlighting the young player's personality on the field. According to Henry, what impresses him most is the courage Endrick shows under pressure. "He's not afraid to make mistakes and takes responsibility," Henry commented. "This is rare, especially in such a young player, playing for a club like Real Madrid, where the pressure to win is constant and mistakes are heavily scrutinized. Even more experienced players often succumb to this pressure, making Endrick's maturity even more impressive." This point raised by Henry is very relevant. It's not uncommon to see young talents excel in their local leagues or smaller competitions, where the pressure is significantly lower. However, when these players arrive at big European clubs, like Real Madrid, the level of expectation and responsibility changes completely. Many talented players struggle to handle this transition and fail to reach their full potential. But in Endrick's case, he seems different. From the moment he arrived, the young player has shown confidence, along with an incredible ability to deal with the pressure. He stands out for taking responsibility in decisive moments, something that few players can do so early in their careers. Another important aspect highlighted in the video is the reaction of Endrick's teammates to the spectacular goal he scored. Among them are two of the biggest names in world football today, Jude Bellingham and Kylian Mbappé. These players are known for their competitiveness and ambition, and seeing them recognize Endrick's talent is a testament to the respect he has already earned in the locker room. Bellingham, for example, is one of the most promising talents in English football, while Mbappé, a World Cup winner, is considered one of the best players in the world. For young players, gaining the respect of figures of this caliber is a huge acknowledgement of their skill and potential. Mbappé, in particular, had an interesting reaction to Endrick's goal. According to the video, before Endrick scored, Mbappé asked for the ball. In that situation, many players would have opted to pass the ball to Mbappé, recognizing his ability to finish plays with mastery. However, Endrick didn't hesitate to take a shot, which ended up resulting in an incredible goal. The fact that Mbappé, even being a star of the team, reacted with resignation and not with frustration or anger shows that he, too, recognized the brilliance of the moment. This highlights how special Endrick's goal was and how much his decision was respected by his teammates. Endrick's goal took everyone by surprise, including the experts and commentators covering the match. Under normal circumstances, most players would have chosen to pass the ball, especially when they have teammates of Mbappé's caliber. However, Endrick showed that he is not afraid to take risks, and in this case, the risk was rewarded with a spectacular goal. This brings us to another point mentioned in the video: the confidence the young player has in his abilities. Many players, especially younger ones, can feel intimidated playing alongside great stars like Mbappe and Bellingham. However, Endrick doesn't seem to be affected by this. He has confidence in himself to make bold decisions on the field, which is a rare trait for someone his age. Rodrigo, another Brazilian player who has also made a name for himself at Real Madrid, made a point of praising Endrick after the match. Rodrigo, who arrived at Real Madrid at a young age, understands well the challenges and pressure that Endrick is facing. In his interview, Rodrigo commented that he was extremely happy for Endrick's goal and revealed that after the match, he jokingly called the young player crazy for taking that shot. "Man, he's crazy because he took a shot that I don't think anyone else would have," said Rodrigo, highlighting Endrick's courage in making such a risky decision. The word crazy here is used affectionately, almost as a recognition that only someone with extreme confidence would do something like that. This camaraderie among the players is an important aspect of Real Madrid's locker room. Even with so much competitiveness and pressure, there seems to be a supportive and encouraging environment between the younger and more experienced players. Rodrigo, for example, also went through moments of pressure and challenges when he arrived at the club, and now he is in a position where he can offer support and guidance to Endrick. This is fundamental for the development of young players, especially at clubs where the pressure for results is constant. The support of teammates like Rodrigo can make a big difference in Endrick's growth as a player. Rodrigo also highlighted the importance of scoring goals in the Champions League, one of the most prestigious competitions in world football. He mentioned that scoring a goal in a competition of this level is always special, and it shows that Endrick is already starting to make his mark on one of football's biggest stages. For Rodrigo, who has also scored important goals in the Champions League, it's easy to understand the joy and relief Endrick must have felt after scoring that goal. "I'm very happy for him, and I hope he scores many more now," added Rodrigo, showing that there are great expectations for what Endrick can achieve in the future, both at Real Madrid and in his international career. The number 16 jersey, worn by Endrick, also carries an interesting symbolism. As Rodrigo mentioned, this number represents a sort of goal that Endrick and his teammates hope to achieve. In football, jersey numbers often have special meanings, whether because of idols who wore them in the past or personal goals that players set for themselves. For Endrick, wearing the number 16 seems to be a sign that he is aware of the expectations that come with that number and is willing to take on that responsibility. "Here, there's always pressure to win," said Rodrigo, reflecting on the competitive environment at Real Madrid, where players are constantly pressured to deliver results and keep the club at the top. While Endrick shines early in his Real Madrid career, another Brazilian, Vinicius Jr., is experiencing a slightly different moment. The video mentions that Vinicius hasn't started the season as well as expected, which has led to a series of comments and speculation. Among the commentators is Jalminha, a former player and now a pundit, who made a bold statement about the race for the Ballon d'Or, the award for the world's best player. Jalminha stated that, despite Vinicius being among the top contenders for the award, there's a perception that he may not win, not due to a lack of merit, but because of other factors.